Hello, happy holidays. Welcome to my market minute. I'm just glad that you're here. It is my absolute favorite time of the year. If you don't know me, I love, love, love the holidays. I have tons of families with birthdays this month, tons of family, and it's my birthday month. And I tell myself that all the Christmas lights are to celebrate my birthday. So I just absolutely love the holidays. I am that annoying holiday person. I apologize now. But I did want to talk to you a little bit about something that comes up. It might just be because I watched the movie Scrooged with my family, but greed is prevalent. That is what my market minute is about right now. Greed. Do not let it ruin your holidays, and do not let it ruin your real estate transaction, because it will. I am seeing it out in full force. It's crazy right now. I have the absolute craziest story to share with you. This has never happened to me in my real estate career. I hope it never happens again. I have the most wonderful home buyers, and they had to sell a house in order to buy a house. Woo, shocking. Guess what? Most people have to do that. So contingent sales do not scare me. Didn't seem to scare these sellers of the home that they identified. So my clients are the buyers. They put in an offer on a house. They have to sell their house in order to buy this house. The sellers agree to it, all the terms. My clients get their home under contract. So we're proceeding to the close date. My clients do a home inspection on this house. They get everything requested. Everything's done. We get the clear to close on this house. And then my clients just need to close on their home sale. Like, they need to close on a Thursday on the sale in order to close on a Friday on the purchase of this new house. And I don't know, maybe 2 weeks before all of that was supposed to go down, the sellers of this house get another offer, because my clients did agree to let them to continue to market. So that was not surprising. They were like, yes, but we're doing all the steps we need in order to make this transaction close. So these sellers get another offer and they accept it. So they dump my clients who have a clear to close over here. They've gone through all the steps. Home inspections, we've talked about how nerve-wracking that can be for sellers. We're through all of that. We're just waiting for the sale to close on my client's house, which they're through all the inspections on that sale. So everything's lining up. But my buyers get bumped. So then we go nuts. We start looking at every single house we possibly can to help them identify a new home. And then they find a new home that they're like, yeah, but we still really love that old home. I mean, it's hard when you lose a home. So even though it wasn't theirs to lose, I know what you're thinking. But anyways, but then they are about ready to make an offer on a new house when, hey, sellers over here who bumped them said, we just got dumped by the buyers that we bumped you for. So, hey, can you come back and play with us? Because we want to close with you now. Crazy, right? Like, I've never had that happen. So I share the information with my clients and they're like, yeah, we really do want that house. But we have to put everything back in writing again, because contract number 1 is terminated. It's gone. So we put everything back in writing. We submit the new offer to get it all back in place. Still close. I think we missed 12 days. So we're only 12 days off our original mark. So we put the new offer in. Guess what? These sellers counter. They're like, yeah, no, we have to do this, this, and this, and this in order for us to accept your new offer, even though we bumped you and we got dumped. So they would rather counter my clients than accept and be back where we were, only minus 12 days. I hope I'm not confusing you. Crazy, right? So my buyers are like, see ya. Like, the greed was just oozing out of this counter offer of, we need more, we need more. I mean, it was so sad. It was so upsetting. Put my clients through so much. Happy ending to this story. They are under contract on a new home, set to close. They love it. We identified something. It all works out in the end. I promise you that with real estate. But that one was just crazy and full of greed. The next story I have for you is I had buyers make an offer on a home. These are different buyers. So they make a full price offer on a house. And then the counter offer they got was for more money than the list price. So I asked the listing agent, I'm like, hey, since we saw the house yesterday and when we made the offer, what's changed? Like in 24 hours, did you update the kitchen? Did you put a pool in? Like, where are you? Like, how do you justify wanting more? What is more that the house is offering? And she said, no, my seller found a house that he wants to buy. It's out of his price range. So he's trying to make up for it with the sale of his house, and he wants your buyers to bring in more money so he can go buy more. That is not how real estate works. The real estate market does not care that you want more. It only cares about what your house is worth, and market value is just defined by what a buyer is willing to pay for it. And knowing that they were listed at a certain price, my clients were willing to pay that price, but then to hear, hey, we're trying to get more out of you so he can go buy a different house. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. So nope, that deal didn't happen. We are still looking for that buyer. Don't worry, they're still in the market. And then my last story of greed that I wanted to share with you was, this one's crazy too. I've never seen this happen. So I have clients who are selling a house, and when you sell a house, you have to list the excluded items that aren't included with the sale. And usually these are physically attached items. So like garage shelving that's attached to the ceiling or hangs down or attached to a wall. If you want to take that with you, you have to exclude it in the contract so that people know, because if it's physically attached to the house, then it's assumed that it will stay with the house unless you state it as excluded. Well, my clients did that, but then they also listed excluded seller's personal property. And in their showings, their house was still fully set up. They hadn't packed yet. So they had a bonus room full of sports memorabilia. This room was packed. My seller, diehard sports fan for this team, like he had gone to games, like he was a little kid going with his dad to games, collected all this memorabilia over his entire lifetime, and had a lot of it packed, but still there was a lot out. So you could tell he's a diehard fan. So we get an offer on the house, we get under contract, and then we get into the home inspection time frame. And my sellers are feeling good. They're like, wow, this is going so smooth and so well. We get into the home inspection, and then the buyers submit a request for repairs on a few items. But instead of having my clients repair those items, they asked for the entire room of sports memorabilia. And my seller was like, no, like, first off, that was stated as my personal property is not included, but also that's my stuff. Like that doesn't equate to a home repair, and it has so much sentimental value. No. And the buyer walked. The buyer was like, if I don't get that entire room full of sports memorabilia in exchange for this $150 home repair item, then I'm walking. And my seller was like, bye, Felicia. I mean, it was crazy. And then as I got the termination email from the buyer's agent, and the buyer's agent was shocked by this too, but it felt strategic. Like, I personally think, this is just my thought, that buyer went into that house, and when they saw it during the showing, thought, hey, I'm going to offer full price, but then I'm going to somehow figure out down the way how to negotiate that I get all of this sports memorabilia. And it just felt yucky and gross and greedy. Again, greedy. Like, that's not your stuff. Like, that guy went and collected that and went to games with his own dad. It blew me away. So those are some of the greedy things I'm seeing in the market right now. Good news for that seller. They got another offer. They're under contract. They're on their way, and he got to keep all of his sports memorabilia. So happy endings with all these stories. But I just have to tell you, like, don't be a greedy buyer and don't be a greedy seller. Like, what is it that you need to make the move to get to your next home that works for you and your monthly budget? Like, that's really what you need to look at when it comes to selling a house. Don't think of real estate as like the only way I can win is if someone else loses. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. Both buyer and seller can get what they need out of a real estate transaction without having to like mess up and screw over the other person. Like, you just, what do you need? What do you need? Does it line up? Okay, great. Let's get to the closing table. Bye. Everyone gets what they want. Like, it truly can happen that way. There can be two winners in real estate. It doesn't have to be that someone's losing. And I swear, like, don't come in with greed. It doesn't work that way. And there's no elf on the shelf with enough magic to make greed be successful in real estate. So just keep that in mind. But again, happy Christmas, Merry New Year. Can you tell I love the movie The Holiday? I always want to say, I wish we said Happy Christmas more often. But anyways, I hope you have a fantastic holiday. I can't wait to see you in 2026. If you need anything, let me know. I'm here to help. If you need some information or any statements for taxes coming up, if I can help in any way like that on your house, just let me know. Here to help. So happy Christmas, Merry New Year.